Have you ever stopped to think about how one tiny, totally normal decision can just completely change your life? Well, in Roy Jacobsen's novel Harkachojuk, that's exactly what happens. A whole family's world gets turned completely upside down, not because of some huge dramatic event, but because of the simple choice to pick up a paintbrush. This is the story of how a single can of paint creates a ripple effect that changes everything. Yeah, the entire story, all the chaos, all the heartbreak, and all the unexpected moments of connection, it all gets kicked off by this one little home improvement project. A young boy named Finn and his mother decide their plain green walls could use an upgrade. That one decision is going to shatter the quiet little world they've built for themselves and let a whole lot of unexpected things come flooding in. It really does all begin right here. The very first line of the book puts us in this simple, everyday moment. Finn is just helping his mom paint. You know, a totally normal task that ends up being the very first domino to fall in a long, wild chain of events. So, this desire for a fresh coat of paint, that's the first ripple. And it's not just about changing the color of a wall. It's really about aspiration. It's about seeing a different kind of life and wanting a little piece of it for yourself. Let's take a look at what sparked that desire. The difference here is just wow. On one side, you have Finn and his mother's world. It's simple, it's modest, money's tight, but then they step into their neighbor's apartment and they see this. It's a completely different reality. Tropical wallpaper, teak bookshelves, a modern sofa. It's a snapshot of prosperity in post-war Norway, and it plants an idea. To really get the world they're living in, you need to understand this number. 49,300 kroner. At the time, that was the price of a brand new Jaguar Mark II. For Finn and his mother, a number like that might as well have been from another planet. And this chart really puts that dream into perspective. Their entire apartment mortgage was only 3,200 kroner, so a single car was worth almost 16 of their homes. This was the time of the great class journey in Norway, when society was changing fast and the gap between a simple life and a life of luxury felt absolutely massive. Okay, so here's the thing. To get that dream wallpaper, they need money. And that need for money leads them to a decision that will literally open a new door in their apartment and let the outside world come rushing right in. You can see how it escalates, right? The wallpaper costs money, so they decide to rent out a room. But to keep their privacy, they get their neighbor to physically change their apartment, moving a doorway to give the tenant their own entrance. With every single step, they're changing their lives, not just physically, but emotionally too. So, they place an ad, and a letter arrives from a woman named Ingrid Olausen. But when she actually shows up, she is not at all what they were expecting. The whole visit is just strange and kind of emotional, and it ends with them sending her away. But the story is nowhere near over. Who was she, really? And what did her showing up truly mean? This is the moment that first little ripple turns into a massive shockwave. The truth about who Ingrid Olausen is comes out, and with it comes this impossible moral problem that forces Finn's mother to face her past and completely redefine their future. As it turns out, Ingrid is the mother of Finn's unknown half-sister. Yep. His dad, who passed away, the man whose pictures are all hidden away, had gotten remarried and had another child before he died, a daughter named Linda, a 6-year-old girl Finn never even knew existed. Then, his mother drops this devastating bombshell. This woman, the one who gets the widow's pension that they desperately need, is a morphine addict. And her daughter, Linda, is about to be sent to an orphanage, unless they do something. So the choice to paint a wall has now led to a much bigger choice. What do they owe this child they never knew? Faced with this impossible decision, Finn's mother makes a call that changes everything. Their little world of two is gone for good. To make ends meet, they still take in a tenant, but then they also take in Linda. 2 strangers arrive, and each of them will fundamentally change their quiet life forever. First up, you've got Christian, the tenant. And this guy is fascinating. He's a former sailor who brings a television, a total symbol of the future, into their home. He's got a microscope, a handmade steel chess set, and some very strong opinions. He's like a window to a bigger world, a world of technology and travel and new ideas. And then there's Linda. Her arrival is the polar opposite of Christian's. She just gets off the bus, all alone, totally silent, and clearly traumatized. She doesn't say a word, but this one gesture. This desperate grip on his mother's fingers, it says everything. It's a grip on life itself. The disruption is immediate, and it is intense. Just hours after Linda arrives, the fragile piece of their home is just gone. His mother completely breaks down, crushed by the weight of her decision. And Finn, who's confused and angry, he acts out in the only way he can think of, joining a local gang to go smash windows. The quiet little boy is gone. So, what happens when you let these two complete strangers through that newly moved door? Well, your family isn't just changed, it's completely rebuilt from the ground up. The quiet, predictable life Finn and his mother knew is over. It is now a chaotic, unpredictable household of four. You've got a mother grappling with her past, a boy trying to figure out this new sister, an enigmatic tenant with his own secrets, and a silent little girl who is just trying to hold on. And all of this leaves us with the big question of the novel. What really makes a family? Is it blood? Is it a conscious choice you make? Or is it something that's forged in chaos by the unexpected people you decide to let into your life? The book seems to suggest that maybe family isn't something you're just given, but something you build, one unexpected choice at a time.